Hello everyone and welcome to the HIP Kitchen. Today we are doing Greek sheet pan chicken. So the goal of today is it's about a 40-minute recipe. We're going to have the video running continuously. We'll do a couple of different cuts, so if you don't want to watch for 40 minutes, we get it. But we'll have that available if you want to see that we actually did this. So our goal is to get this 40-minute recipe done in 30 minutes with a couple hacks and tricks so that we can make a healthy meal at home, but in a short period of time without having to go and pick up food from the grocery store. So we have a number of different people here with us. So again, I'm Nick, this is...
Shelby, hi.
Kelsey. Medina.
Medina's going to be sort of our behind the scenes filming and getting some extra pictures, so she'll be in and out as we go along. Shelby and I are going to do a challenge to see who can do this. I really enjoy cooking. I do a lot of it here at home. Shelby, not so much.
No, I enjoy cooking chicken fingers and craft dinner.
There we go. Perfect. So we're going to see how this is going to go. The recipe that we're creating, well, it's obviously going to be posted here on in the vlog here. But we're going to split the recipe into two, so I'll be cooking one half and Shelby will cook the other half, so we can actually see what it would be like if you were on your own having to cook this recipe. So the goal is to create this sheet pan chicken, have a cucumber and tomato and onion salad, and then some Greek pitas on the side. Okay. All right, so Shelby, or Kelsey, you're our dietitian.
Yeah.
Anything that we should be thinking or knowing about this meal as we go forward, or I guess what makes this more of a balanced meal?
So what I really like about this recipe is that it's kind of pretty standard following like the new version of Canada's Food Guide that just came out this week. So you have like your vegetable component, you also have like a protein, which is your chicken. The recipe calls for potatoes, so that's kind of like your starch. We also, but to add kind of like a bit more grains in there, we also have some Greek pitas as well that I think we're going to use. So yeah, it's a good combination. We have some dairy as well with the feta cheese, so it's just a good combination of all the nutrients you would kind of need in one meal. So.
All right, now, and one of the biggest complaints, you know, as a psychologist, when we're talking about nutrition with either athletes or other clients, one of the biggest, you know, complaints and challenges I always hear is they never have time. It's always more convenient to go out and eat food, and really, you know, and myself included, sometimes we're guilty of that as well. But realistically, by the time I get in the car, go to wherever it is I'm going to pick up the food and get back, I probably could have this meal done.
Yeah.
Right? One of the biggest things I find, or that I suggest people, whether it be with schoolwork or cooking, is that trying to get organized ahead of time. So that's what we're going to sort of do here. Medina's going to be throwing us the ingredients as we go along. Shelby and I will start kind of getting things organized. Again, we are not professional cooks or anything along those lines, so make sure you follow proper food handling procedures and all those sorts of things. We got a couple different cutting boards. The biggest thing we're going to try and do at first here is get everything organized ahead of time in front of us. The one thing that, you know, when we have cooking shows on TV, you know, the magic of television is put in the oven and you pull it out. We're not doing that today, but we do have the oven already heated up to temperature.
Yeah.
I timed earlier today, it was about 15 minutes to get up to temperature, so that you have to take that into account when we're doing this. The reason why we wanted to make sure we had it on beforehand is that I didn't want to end up having to put the food in the oven when it wasn't hot enough while we were filming. So. The goal was that it was already set and ready to go. There's a couple, based on what was available at the grocery store, we've had to substitute a couple things, particularly with our chicken, because I forgot to buy chicken for this video for today, so we had to scramble this today to get that. So thank you, Medina, for running to the grocery store. And so why don't we get started? So one of the first things, I already got our cutting boards out, I got a knife, we might need some more utensils as we go along, but we need some measuring cups. We got our pans, and we're going to put some parchment paper down on the and we need some cutting bowls. So we have to do all the work.
Okay.
All right, as part of this challenge. So, all right.
Okay. Hold on. Should we show like a 30-minute on the phone timer that we're starting?
Well, I'm gonna put on the video.
Oh right. Okay.
It should pop up as soon as we say go. It'll be on the thing.
So,
are you ready?
Mentally. Sure.
All right. So Kelsey's going to be sort of she'll be directing us.
Yeah.
And then Shelby and I are going to be doing the actual chopping and cooking and whatnot. Right.
Okay.
And then Medina will add. Some fun little some fun little behind the scenes and questions that you might as it might pop up. So okay, on your marks. You don't know where everything is, so
absolutely.
Alright, on your marks, get set, go.
I'm assuming the bowls are over here.
No, they're by Kelsey actually.
Yeah.
There's some silver bowls down there. I'll get the parchment paper.
Go faster.
Right.
This one.
One more drawer down.
Oh.
A small bowl.
Small, but
We can get two. Well, yeah, get two small bowls.
And measuring cup?
And what measuring cups do we need?
A tablespoon.
Yeah.
Teaspoon.
Okay.
A cup.
1 cup? Okay. We won't need that one, to be honest.
No?
Yeah, you just need a little one. The bowl is for the marinade.
Oh.
Maybe
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not gonna be lots.
We said a teaspoon.
Yep. Tablespoon.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Yep, salt and
Yep.
pepper.
Paprika.
Paprika.
Just a little bit on the
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, olive oil.
Tablespoon.
Pepper. The name Big Box, unnamed Big Box restaurant. Sorry, paprika.
Oh, I like that drawer. That's cool.
That is so cool.
Mine's like stuffed in a cupboard, and I'm like, what? And it's
I
cold.
think it's not
There's
smoked
something
paprika, but
organized.
it will work.
Oh yeah.
Same.
And oregano.
Yep.
Nick, you're doing all the work there, bud.
Well, you don't know where things are, so it's fine. And we've got salt, pepper, oregano, paprika. Anything else that we're missing?
Not for the marinade. Are we gonna start with the marinade?
Yeah, and then when we do the salad, we'll grab some vinegar for the salad after.
Okay, right on. Okay, let's go. So we need
Okay.
3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Alright, we'll do
Oh,
this.
you need 2 small bowls for the
Marinade.
marinade.
Well, we can use these ones. We can use these
Oh.
ones. 'Cause the vegetables gonna go in there. That's fine.
Okay,
It's a little
sure.
bigger, it's okay.
How many tables?
3 tablespoons of olive oil.
You can wait in the back of the line, mister.
I'll just use yours.
What?
Why do extra dishes if I don't need to?
Whatever. Okay.
Can I have the olive oil?
No. Oh, right.
Shelby's already trying to sabotage me in the competition.
Shelby, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Lemon. Oh, I covered my own face.
Oh, is there only 1 tablespoon measure?
Oh, you have your own. Get
Get
away.
out. Alright, fine. We do need it now.
Just 2, Shelby.
Shelby's just eyeballing it.
And they're like pouring half of it in the thing. Not on the cup. Okay, what's next? Quick, quick.
4 garlic
Oh,
cloves. Oh no.
Or what?
Garlic cloves.
Okay,
Chopped.
chop.
Okay, so
What, we'll have them, before we get going,
No.
let's get our cooking area clean.
What? Says who? I don't do that.
I know, this is the whole point. One of the things I learned from my grandmother, when she taught me how to cook, was that as you're done with stuff, you put it away.
That's exactly what I do.
There, see?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because then it gets it out of the way.
It's out of the way.
You know you already put it
Yep.
in the recipe.
We don't need any more olive oil,
No.
and the lemon juice is all done.
Can you pull
Yeah.
the garbage thingy out maybe so we can like pop it right here? The
I
garbage.
can't. Oh, actually, I think,
Medina.
sure.
I'll get the garbage go.
Yeah, we'll get the garbage, don't worry about it. We can, can I show you some tricks, how to save some time?
No, not right
Nick's trying
now.
to buy himself time
Yes,
right
Nick,
now.
you're.
That's fine.
We're supposed to be
Okay,
competing.
can I trade you spots?
Yeah, let's.
And we're done with the lemon juice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick
I'll
thinks
clean up
he
for
knows
you,
how to
Shelby.
cook
I'll clean
better.
up for you.
Yeah, you do that. Feminism.
You're really doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
Nick.
I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know. This is what I would do.
Where's the garlic?
I will still be done.
And then you're gonna hit it with the side of the.
You got it.
Yeah. That's kind of the point, though. The point is someone who cooks more often versus someone who doesn't. So.
Nick.
You have to cut the end off.
Why?
It kills you.
Nah.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just waiting for you to cut your finger off. That's,
Yeah, I know, right?
don't do that.
Is it just supposed to be like chopped? What?
Yep, chopped.
Oh, there was one.
Oh, look at Shelby.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying.
Take the bottoms off. I'm not eating Shelby's because she's gonna take the bottoms off the garlic.
You don't need to. You'll cook it anyway. It'll be fine. Why do you need to take the bottoms off?
It's a little crunchy.
That's alright.
That's a surprise.
Surprise crunch.
Yeah, texture.
Hence why I stick to Kraft dinner.
Yeah.
How did you get that all in there?
Just like that. Look at you, see, learning all these skills.
Stealing.
Right on.
What's next? Quick, hit me.
Half a teaspoon of salt, okay.
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon salt.
that's gonna be a little bit hard. Stop. You're just like.
Wasting it? Or is this gonna
Okay,
be a
let's
do as you go?
eyeball it. We're gonna
Okay.
eyeball this.
Yep.
It's fine.
Is that the Himalayan salt?
Yeah.
That's what I have in here.
teaspoon of pepper.
I don't have ground pepper, so we're gonna have to eyeball this. All right, here. You know what we can do? Quarter teaspoon.
Yeah.
She never told us that we need a quarter teaspoon.
Oh my god, sorry.
What's a quarter teaspoon? Why couldn't you just do like three
If
shakes?
you look
eyeball
in,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's just do 3 shakes. That's a little bit more than a quarter teaspoon. It's marinade. We'll be fine.
Yeah. There you go.
I didn't get any.
Well,
Get out of
I was
mine.
gonna be nice and do it for you.
No.
Oregano.
Yeah, 2 teaspoons of nope. We're doing paprika. 2 teaspoons of paprika.
What's the oregano?
Oh, it's not even open
2
yet.
teaspoons.
I'm taking the whole thing out.
That's fine. Maybe.
It smells like bacon. Is it
You
bacon?
can, you can,
It's
you can
smoked
also
bacon.
put the spoon in the.
No, don't help her. She thinks I'm old.
You are old. That's good enough.
Oh my god.
Get.
Oh, yeah.
What do I do with
2
this?
teaspoons or what?
2 of both. Yeah.
Oh, it was paprika too.
Yeah.
I'm doing 1 in mine.
Okay. That's
Because
fine. That's
mine
the
will
great
be
thing about
better.
recipes is
Yep.
you can like
It's not
adjust it
bacon, it's
however
okay.
you want it to be. That's it.
Let's put these away.
Um,
I can see what your disaster in the kitchen.
Yeah. So that's it for the marinade. I don't know if you guys want to give them a
Spoons?
whisk.
That's it, yes.
Yeah. Or whisk it up.
In case anybody's wondering, Nick is losing.
Losing. I'm cleaning up after you.
Yeah, good. I don't know if this looks very appetizing. I think my garlic's a little chunky.
This was mine.
Chunky garlic. You would definitely eat mine over Nick.
Okay. You guys good? That looks good.
Yeah, right?
Actually, it does. It looks really good.
Okay, what's next? Hit me.
Vegetables. Oh, chicken. 4 chicken breast. Okay, hold on. What's the next ingredient? Or the next step is to place the veggies.
We got kind of big.
Combine all marinated ingredients in a bowl. Place sliced veggies on a large sheet pan. Place chicken around the vegetables. So
Okay.
you're pouring the marinade over top.
So we gotta cut the vegetables
Yeah, so let's do veggies.
first. Okay, now we got a giant onion because that's all they had at the grocery store. So the actual recipe I think calls for 1 onion originally, because we're going to do a salad with some onion, essentially 2. But this is like the size of 2 onions easily. So
Mhm.
I will.
Cut it in half.
Yeah, and I'll split.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you start crying with all this, or if I start crying with this.
You.
You're never actually supposed to cut the onion that way, because then it makes you cry apparently.
Why
Wait,
did you
I
do
thought
that?
it was
That's
the
what-
scent of the onion that makes you cry.
Yeah, well, but apparently if you don't cut the center off, that's what somebody watched on Gordon Ramsay or something like that. If you don't cut the bottom off, then it won't make you cry. I don't know if that's true, or if it's just a little wives' tale.
If you don't cut the bottom off?
Yeah.
So you did cut it off.
Yeah,
We're all gonna cry.
yeah, we're all gonna cry.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just making sure I heard that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did they say how to chop it?
Yeah, cut it into 8.
8.
1 red onion cut into 8 wedges.
Now, okay, so I'm gonna save a little bit then. Can I take a little of that for the salad? Please? Maybe a little bit less, I didn't quite need that much yet. Okay, let's put this to the side
You got that?
for the salad.
I don't know what 1/8 means.
Wedges.
So,
So, I don't know, just cut it into
chunks.
big
Like,
pieces.
okay?
Essentially chunks,
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. That goes in marinade.
No. Well, it goes on the sheet pan and then you pour the marinade on top.
I'm thinking maybe we should just throw it in to save time.
Sure.
I'm gonna do it this way.
Okay.
I'll do it the right way.
Okay. That's good.
No, you need that.
Why?
That's
I wanted
so
this
it
one.
doesn't. Oh, you want that one? Oh, so you're trying to sabotage me. Seeing us had a Shelby I never knew existed.
Savage. So I'm supposed to go on the phone?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what's next? Quick.
Peppers?
Garlic.
Oh, we
Yeah,
already
8
ate
to
it.
10 whole garlic cloves.
What?
Very
Garlic?
Have garlic.
Yeah.
On top of everything?
Yeah, it's here. There's garlic.
You guys want garlic out of the fridge?
I think
It's in the.
lemon juice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 8 to 10 whole
Okay.
garlic cloves.
What?
So it's like 2 whole things of garlic for this.
Yeah. A lot of
If you
garlic.
like garlic, folks, don't have this recipe.
Don't know if you do like garlic.
I'm saying if you don't like
Oh,
garlic.
don't like garlic.
Yeah. My eyes hurt.
That's good.
Is anyone else?
That's because
No.
Shelby left the onion right in front of you.
Look, I'll cut the ends off this one.
do have like a garlic, like the tool.
Me too, I have one too.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I find mine always gets stuck. Like a little bit will come out and then it's all just stays in there. I'm like, whoa. Nick, slow down. You're stressing me out.
You have garlic there? I have a couple of pieces I don't think I'll need.
Help. I thought we were done with this card. Now my eyes are watering.
And does it say how to chop it?
Oh, 10 hole.
Ah!
And that's in vegetables?
I don't know.
Now my eyes are crying.
Oh, that's karma.
Look at you, you did it right though.
Oh,
so you didn't chop them.
Probably this
so you're
onion
winning.
is sitting right under my nose.
Don't chop them. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Okay.
You don't even have to clean it up.
Yeah.
I don't? Oh, I do.
Okay, so let's get this in order. So what we're doing with all these veggies, the instructions say to combine the marinade, so we did that. Then we're placing sliced veggies on a large sheet pan. Then we're putting the chicken in and around the veggies.
Okay.
And then you're supposed to pour the marinade on top all over the veggies and rub it
And
into
you
the
have more
chicken.
garlic.
But you put your veggies
Do you want more?
in the bowl.
Yes,
So
please.
Thanks.
okay.
I'll put one more in, and then we'll do the peppers.
Okay. Oh, I
didn't
did
cry.
skip the peppers. Okay.
Alright, let's clean up.
Yeah.
You should have made me not clean up and see how much I struggle. So do's and don'ts.
We're doing alright? I don't know what our time's like so far.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
no one's actually timing this. We don't know.
Well, we'll have the timer on the phone, or on the thing. Which pepper would you like?
I'm green.
Okay, so you're cutting the pepper into large, thick slices. So.
Make sure your stickers and.
I'll do what I want with my
These,
sticker.
we did rinse all the vegetables ahead of time, or I had rinsed all the vegetables ahead of time, but. Sorry, into large pieces?
Yeah.
Look, my pepper's clean. Nah, I'm already cutting mine.
Large.
That's large.
Those are skinny, thick ones. There you go.
Large.
There you go. Right on.
Sheet pan?
Yep.
When?
What, did you just drop all on the floor? Good job. I'm not eating shelby.
Wow, I beat Nick. Okay, what's next? Lemon.
Well, 1 pound of baby mixed potatoes. Okay, we can do the lemon.
Can you do lemon? We got the lemon, we'll get it out of the way.
2 whole lemons cut in half, so that's it. Just cut it in half.
There.
We'll cook with it.
You cut yours
Yeah,
weird.
I
Who
was
cuts a
thinking
lemon
so.
like that?
It's easier to.
That's how I was gonna cut it actually. I don't know why.
Actually, that looks nicer though. I will,
Yeah,
I
it
will, I will
does.
admit. Okay, potatoes. We don't have to. No. So the recipe asks for 1 pound of potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, Shelby.
What? Well, why would they have a tier here thing then?
Okay, anyway, so it asks for 1 pound of potatoes. We have a 3 pound bag, but we're gonna eyeball it. Okay, so sorry, do we have to cut them or is it
I don't
just-
know.
Okay.
You're going too fast. And you're going all over the place, so I don't know where we are
That's
in there.
how I love it.
Feels like a pound.
Quartered.
Quartered?
Trying to
Yeah, quartered.
flex.
That's 4 Shelby.
See.
Some of these you can probably just cut in half, Shelby.
Yeah.
Because they're small.
Pick them. I'll tell you what to do.
I love purple potatoes.
I've never seen a purple potato before. I don't believe it. I feel like you need to be careful. I feel like I might end up like cutting you. On axe by accident for sure.
We need a few more potatoes though.
Okay, what do we have? We've done the peppers, we did
Yep.
the onion, we did the garlic.
After this, the vegetables are all done.
Doing the potatoes. You're right.
Let's just chop the chicken up. So the recipe calls for chicken breasts. We have chicken breasts, but we are gonna cut them up into cubes to hopefully speed up the cooking process.
I think that'll dry them out.
Maybe a little, but we're gonna try.
Well, they're already pre-marinated.
Yeah,
Because we couldn't find
that's
any
true.
plain ones, so hopefully that'll kind of keep it.
Yeah,
You almost
stabbed
stabbed
you,
me.
I
I
know.
saw that.
Oh my
Can I
god.
have some more potato?
Better get
please? Oh, and what
I'm
about
ready.
olive?
What's next?
Yeah. Quarter cup of olives.
So when you get a quarter cup, Shelby, from that cover beside the, that one there, and the bottom left.
Here, they're all.
I thought I was looking for olive oil. What are we looking for?
Olives.
Olives there, over there.
Here.
Oh. Ew, olives are gross. I don't want those in my recipe.
That's fine. That's I
Oh,
figured
the
somebody
almonds
didn't like
are, or the
olives.
olives aren't going in it though.
Okay.
It's just for after.
Oh,
I
after? Okay,
sprinkle
so
on
is that all
top.
we need to have for cooking? I think so, other than the chicken.
Okay, hold on. You're going so fast.
Yeah, it's one time crunch, man. You have to be a good
Sprinkle
memorizer
it.
if you want to do this quickly and efficiently.
But we're not being very efficient. That's one of the
So
challenges.
slice lemons around the sheet pan. Okay, yeah, that's it. Then you just throw the chicken on there. Oh, you're cutting the chicken though, I guess. So.
Are we?
Uh,
Why don't we just do one chicken breast each?
well,
Are you gonna have
no,
two?
I'll have two. So that's fine.
Yeah, you're a man. You eat one.
We didn't get out the tomatoes yet, but
Do I have to cut my chicken?
we didn't do a very good job of getting organized ahead of time, despite what we said. We do that for lessons learned.
Do I slice this?
I would just cube it,
What does that mean?
like into squares.
For what?
Look at that technique.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just put it on the pan?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. What did it say? So it said
Around the
place.
vegetables.
Yeah, place sliced veggies on a large sheet pan. Place chicken in and around the veggies.
In
So
and around.
So yes.
mix it all
Makes
together.
sense.
Yeah, that actually looks really pretty. I like all those colors. I like that Nick picked like a red and a green pepper.
I
more
love.
color.
I just love having color in mine.
Yeah.
It makes it more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's the other thing, right? With food is that you want to make it fun.
Yeah, it's gotta look nice if you're gonna eat it.
No, if it's not fun, then you don't want to cook.
Yeah.
Green's my favorite color, so I pick green. Makes me feel like a true champion.
Definitely looks very Greek, doesn't it?
It does.
I don't know, Gordon Ramsay might try and pick me up after this. If he knows what's good for him.
So Shelby, since you did yours the right way, you have to drizzle your marinade over top.
Perfect. Nick. Cheater. Ooh,
Done.
looking good. Shush. Nick cheated, everybody.
Oh, you have to rub the marinade into the chicken. I need to just wash them, but
That's good.
No, I'm ready to put mine in the oven.
You know what, Nicholas? No one asked. See, but look, Nick's looks good. Where's your lemon?
I put on. So you say like just put the lemon on, or do you want to just spray the lemon all over?
nestle sliced lemons around the sheet pan.
Slice lemons. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just cut into half.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good.
Let me just.
I do like it with the green pepper. I have to say.
Yeah,
mine
looks
looks more
Well, yours just has like
the green with the purple.
yeah.
I think is what's doing it.
It looks really nice.
Thanks, guys.
Well, before you put it in, let me make sure I did that right with the lemon. Oh yeah, cut in half. Okay. Yeah. So.
I would like slice them in like rings,
Yeah.
and then put them around. I think that would look good.
Time or
Right.
something.
Come on, watch out.
We're cooking it for 30 to 35 minutes. So I feel
Right,
like
30. I have to turn it. I'll put mine on the bottom.
No, you're gonna take my heat.
I'll put in the convection.
Okay, what's next? I think we should wash our cutting.
30. Yeah, we'll clean up, but whoops, 400.
How are we planning on doing a recipe
30.
in 30 minutes when the chicken takes 30 minutes?
Well, I'm hoping that we can actually get it done in 25.
If you just turn it up faster?
Yeah. We want to see. We'll check it. Okay. You're not gonna be able to use your cutting board
Alright.
anymore. I guess I didn't see. Oh, I can use that one because you did the chicken. You got chicken stuff. Did that touch the chicken? You don't want to get salmonella.
I normally just wash it under water.
Soap and water.
Sure, so
Yeah.
sure. That's what I do.
It's amazing that Shelby's still alive.
I've only had food poisoning twice, and none of them are my fault. Not one.
Alright, so what do we learn from that first little bit so far? I learned that we should, because we didn't get the tomatoes out. I don't think I have the tomatoes out. We should have gone through a checklist with our list ahead of time, I think.
For me, it was super chaotic because you guys did not go in order of the vegetables
Yeah,
because
so,
you were racing,
okay.
so that confused me.
There we go.
And that made it take so much time for me because I had to find, I had to keep going through and looking at what we did.
Winners learn to compensate.
Well, but so the idea would have been then to be good to just sort of go through in order, have the
Yeah.
checklist. So if you were going to do this a second time,
Yeah.
we'd have a checklist we can go through, be a little more organized, have everything ready to go, and then keep going. So I don't know what Tom we've actually done, but I think it's done pretty good so far.
What I think worked well though was definitely putting the ingredients away when you're done with them.
It's already been 26 minutes.
Well, that's since we started recording. It's not the actual video. If it is,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not long more than that. So
Okay, we don't have very long.
we just failed. That's okay.
But
We learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
we learned.
Well, I don't know what you learned.
Hey, I learned how to take the skins off garlic,
There you go. You did learn something new. Something new every day.
and that you cut your lemons weird.
We might need this for the salad just a little bit, hey?
Is this a made-up salad?
You know what? The salad is literally just for my brain.
Okay. I was like, there's no salad.
This one, you know what? I think.
Notice how I made them clean up and I just drink my water.
Is that your water?
Yes. Where's yours?
Okay.
Mine's right beside
That's right.
Medina.
Okay, this is mine then.
No, are you sure? What's that other one that's right beside you? Does it have a
Here,
thing
I'll
on
get a
it?
different glass. Do you want a different one?
I don't know, I don't think it's
Yeah,
mine.
here, just take a different one.
Hi, Mom.
There we go. Okay. So we got the dishes away.
And
Now
we
can
also
start the
learned
salad.
on that mission that mine looked better, so it's probably gonna
Well,
taste better.
yeah.
Get away! You almost actually did that. Like I actually almost
Yeah, dude,
stabbed
I was
you.
going to actually do it.
Right.
I'm alright. Wow.
Hey, there's only one cutting board.
Sorry? Well, we can get that in that drawer.
Don't leave me. Oh, this one's a good paddling one.
Okay, so we're gonna cut cucumber.
Oh, I
tomato.
love cucumbers.
That's just some cherry tomatoes cut nice. And then the rest of the onion we have to cut. They're at the very top there in the fridge. There we go.
I need a
We did already have these in. I did already have all this in the house for the tomatoes.
Nice, nice.
Okay, yep, and then we'll
Okay.
use it up.
I literally love cucumber.
I love
Right on.
I love cucumber and onion too. And
Okay,
tomato.
my aunt cooked dinner yesterday, and she cooked cream of corn.
I love cream corn.
That's disgusting. It looks like
So
puke in a
You better
can.
hope she doesn't watch this video.
No, it's okay. She already told her, so I told her. She's like, "Do you like cream of corn?" And I was like, "Hell no." So, anyways, I had cucumbers instead. She's like, "What are you gonna eat?" I'm like, "Anything but that." Ooh, I like the green one. Is it gonna be diced?
It's not a recipe, this is.
Oh, yeah.
This is all Nick,
So,
so
yeah,
it's whatever
we're
you
just
want.
gonna-
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it as I please.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do tomato, cucumber, and onion. We'll just do one big bowl for the salad. Does that sound fair? Is that okay? Even though we're,
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll cut my own cucumber, she'll cut her own cucumber, but we have it all there. I love to eat while I cook. You guys do?
I
Yeah.
just like
All good.
cucumbers.
Some people like to love to take the skin. I love having the skin on.
Oh, me too. It's fun.
I've never peeled a cucumber in my life. Always with the skin. More fiber.
I also don't really like tomatoes.
Yeah.
Only if they're like
That's
fresh
really
and crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
So from now, from a nutrition standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
does it matter how many, because it really some people will put on a plate, does it matter how many tomatoes we cut up?
No. It's whatever you want.
I love it.
It'd be
No.
good if I got it in the bowl.
Yeah.
Should have had some music on.
Well,
Yeah.
that'd be a little bit hard to hear a little music on. You're loud enough.
It's very true.
Let's just put the rest of the tomatoes in.
No, I don't like tomatoes.
Well, you don't have to eat the salad then. Listen, we can't make a recipe that everybody's going to like.
Take them out. Just eat the
We like Eggo waffles and.
I actually don't like egg waffles.
Oh, craft dinner.
Yeah.
Chicken.
I can cook a good
Yeah,
fry.
that's not why here.
I feel like everyone.
With ketchup.
Craft dinner with ketchup?
Mm-mm.
Always.
No, you guys.
It has to have
Ew.
ketchup.
That's so gross. With beans.
What?
Can't
Okay.
That's
You made this weird.
in Newfoundland, or maybe that's a real people thing too. We
Hot dogs?
Hot dogs, yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay,
beans.
Not beans, no.
Can you cut up the onion? You're slowing us
Oh,
down.
I thought I wasn't paying attention. I
I distracted her.
was fascinated by putting beans in her fucking
Don't you guys ever go camping? Like craft dinner and beans and hot dogs? You just
beans
mix it
good
up
for
in
your
your
heart. The more you eat, the more you
Like
fart.
the
The more you
candy.
fart, the better you feel. The more you're ready for another meal. That's what my dad said.
I've never heard that ending part of it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Done with this?
It's always good to know a newfie. Tell you that.
I've known a few of my life.
Yeah.
That looks pretty nice. Hey, look at that.
That looks
You
awesome.
gotta show
That's why I love
the
it.
viewers. Look at that. Ooh, color.
Show these you.
Oh.
Now dressing. So usually what I do for dressing is just a little bit of balsamic vinegar, some olive oil, and some salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit of some spices, depending on how I feel. But I think that would be.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Needless
alright.
to say, you didn't
Maybe throw a
hire
little
me
red
for my
wine.
cooking.
Throw a red wine
skills.
vinegar along. Might be nice.
Did you hear me?
I did.
You signal.
I'm just choosing to ignore it. Okay.
Hit me.
Now generally I just eyeball it, which I know is not usually such a good idea, right? Or is it? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. It depends what your taste is. So if you have a preference of like more vinegar versus more oil, I usually do a bit
No,
more.
we're trying to
oil.
save you a little bit more. We're trying to save some time where it's not eyeball.
Okay, sure.
Then we gotta clean up, and then by then we'll be getting close to having it done.
Okay.
Probably good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should put some more on there.
I'm not a dietitian.
I ain't either. That's why I like craft dinner.
That's pretty good, you guys.
I'm glad we did this.
Why? Because you're learning how much of a brand.
I'm learning a lot about you. I have no idea which one was which.
No. No. I do like making stuffed peppers. I'm good at that.
Stuffed with what?
Turkey, like ground turkey and garlic.
Oh, that's
Mm,
good.
that
But
sounds
that's my expertise.
That's
good.
I literally can't put it.
Let
There.
me take that off your head.
Why it is? It's because this is. Didn't break
Sure,
properly.
Nick.
Well, it didn't break. It usually breaks at the
Oh.
top.
Mhm.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just having some issues here.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can put that away.
Gotta get some salt and pepper in there.
Just a pinch of salt. That's probably good, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. So fast. Do we need olives yet? What about the cheese? I want to cut the
You
cheese.
gotta chop all the cheese for the. That goes on at the end, right? Isn't it?
Hmm?
Now, should we heat up the pitas?
If you want.
What do you think?
Where do we
Just on
heat
the
them
side?
up?
Oh, I always put it on a frying pan and just heat it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be- it's gonna be- we got a ton.
If I could eat that all, I would.
On the edited version, I'm totally gonna cut out. Better be recording again. We had a little bit of a camera issue. Okay, that's
Garbage.
recycle.
See, that's why I took this side.
Well, you know what? Recycle's in there.
Oh, dang it.
So do we need to cut, just need to cut up the cheese? We don't have to cut the olives.
I want the cheese.
Yeah, you can cut the cheese. That's fine.
Nick, it's like a magical mystery over here.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. A cupboard turned into a whole other part of the house.
So this is done, right? I can do this up.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we need to, we can use this bowl? That was the onions.
Can I use the cheese yet? Or
Yeah, you
no?
can cut it up. It says crumble, so you can make it fairly small.
Can I just crumble it with my hands?
I don't think that would work very good.
No?
Try.
I always crumble it.
Yeah.
Do you? Alright, go for it. Oh, is this supposed to go in the salad?
I don't know, it's your homemade
No,
salad.
no. Well, you can. It won't be bad. It's like a Greek salad, but the cheese
Yeah.
is for the chicken.
Well, now it's for the salad, guys.
I only cut a little piece.
I
Yeah,
thought it
that's
was
spice
called
salad.
salad.
Me too, for
The
sure.
next lesson is to learn that we follow the recipe.
Well, this one is made up in your
We
head.
don't have a recipe, so it's okay.
Well,
It's better.
it's a little
It
touch of
does. It's a
Shelby.
nice, pretty salad.
Pretty
Yeah.
salad.
That's one of the things why I love making it. Because it's so good. Okay, that's done. That's done. That smells good.
Looks good.
Mhm.
Looks good. Smells good. All right, what are we missing?
Come get a shot of this, Medina. Look at that sizzle. Oh, my glasses fogged it. This one looks great.
You know, Shelby's looks great. I actually think that the more of the problem cooking will be the potatoes, not the chicken.
Oh, we haven't even. Oh, yeah, maybe.
We haven't cut the pitas yet. Let's just put this over here for now.
Nick, you have such a little garbage. I have a big one.
Okay. Based on what's happening, you make a lot of garbage. This is mine, right? Okay.
I don't think I've ever cooked a
I
pita.
can cut that. Let's put can you put the potatoes back in the pantry?
Oh, you mean
Please?
the other corridor of your house? Does it matter where I put it?
No.
I'll put it somewhere organized.
Now, I have to say, we're making a little more mess than I thought we would have made. In terms of
Because I
no. In terms of dishes and whatnot, I think if we had planned things out a little bit more, we could save some more time and probably eliminate some of the dishes that we had.
How would you have done that?
Do as we don't.
I think we could have because we got multiple cutting boards. I think if we had been rinse off the stuff first, made sure we didn't cut the chicken on top of the cutting boards. I think we would have had so many cutting boards to use.
Or just use the vegetable cutting board for the chicken after.
Yeah,
Like
something
just
like
do the
that.
vegetables first.
Yeah. Now you could heat these up. We'll just even the last few minutes we pop them in the oven or something like that. One of those
Mhm.
ones
Yeah.
would be fairly easy to do. That's no problem. Why don't we get a quarter cup for the olives?
I probably would have just plucked them.
Yeah.
I think these ones have seeds, so when we eat, if you like olives, just be careful with the pits.
Don't like
Do
olives.
you like olives?
I do like olives. I've been trying to like olives.
Well,
I've
Calamine
also
olives.
been trying to.
Calamine
like,
olives
I'm
are very
not there yet.
they're specific.
Yeah.
Pop that back in the fridge. And we also bought some tzatziki just to put along with everything as well. Put that on the plate. Everybody's gonna have a taste, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's why I came.
I can't believe how warm it is outside. It's like 2 degrees.
It has really warmed up. Oh, someone's phone is going off apparently.
Medina. Strike one.
And this.
Bad
Fired.
Anything else? Do we have anything else to cut up? I feel like the actual cooking's done.
Are you sure that she? Well, that was actually someone who doesn't cook very often. Was actually very simple.
Which meal?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty straightforward.
And like if you're one of those people that pre-prep at home, like when you buy your groceries and you kind of cut everything up as is.
Oh, this
Like,
is
you know,
simple.
yeah, you would literally just kind of pull your thing, throw everything in the mold, mix it all up, and you'd be golden. Although I'm not one of those people. I am really good at prepping my watermelons. Because if I don't cut them up, then it'll go bad, yeah. Always cut up your watermelon.
Is that the biggest piece of advice?
Yes! that's what,
Earlier show we did a podcast on just getting to know one of the questions was what did Shelby, what was the question?
what was your
The
biggest piece of advice?
you've learned. Cut up your watermelon, everybody.
Always cut the watermelon. Watermelon's just really so good.
Mhm.
A quarter cup of crumbled feta. Oh, so we could have put a lot more in the salad.
We could have, yeah, and we still
It's
can.
only a quarter.
Yeah, I got way more cheese than we needed. Like, what do we do with the container for the cheese out of curiosity?
I threw it out, assuming we were gonna use it all.
Okay.
We're gonna use
I
it all.
have a Tupperware container.
Well, you can put this much in the salad still, and then this half over the chicken.
Sure.
Like I
We got two
literally cut
chickens.
off this much.
What's the dietitian say? Does it matter?
No?
Okay, so do you think this would be a quarter cup of cheese?
No.
That's a quarter cup.
Yeah.
Do 2 of those. Yeah, do a little bit more. So that I think it brings up a good point. You know, like you're a no diet dietitian, right? Sort of your philosophy.
Yep.
And so like one of the things when we have athletes or individuals, whether it be they're trying to lose weight or weight management, they're trying to perform better, and everybody starts to they measure, they're weighing everything, they get
Yep.
so fixated on the rigidity of their meals.
Mhm.
And really, is it that important? Does it have to be that rigid, or do we need that kind of specificity when we're trying to do things?
Yeah, I would say so for certain things you definitely do, because especially with a lot of different athletes, like there is almost like this ideal body type for optimal performance. What's really important though is just not to get in this mindset of like just not to let it take over your life to the point
Yeah.
where you're forming like disordered eating habits, or you're getting anxious if you're not following your routine. Like if you're to the point where you step out of your diet plan and you're an athlete and that makes you anxious or it makes you feel guilty, then that's
That's a
where
problem.
you start to have problems for sure. Yeah.
Excellent. Because I think so you get so worried about things. If
Yeah.
we're a little bit off here or there in the big
Mhm.
scheme of things in a week or in a month,
Yeah.
it should all balance out.
Yeah, yeah,
With a
absolutely.
well balanced meal plan and
Yeah.
things along
Yeah.
those lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Medina, what did you learn today? Behind the scenes
Teamwork
and
is
teamwork.
better than individuality.
Did anything surprise you that happened here?
Nothing surprising. No, this
Yeah.
is exactly how I thought it would go.
Where's the
The
salad?
chaos was expected. I don't know if that's a
Yeah,
good thing or a
yeah.
bad thing.
Where'd you put the salad?
The salad's just on top of the stove there.
Oh, I'm gonna put more cheese.
Well, she's perfect. So we're at about 6 minutes left on the actual cooking time, on our short cooking time to see where it's at, and then we'll because we're trying to see if we can do this in the time limit that we talked about. We'll put a thermometer in the chicken just to see where
Yeah.
if it's actually
Yeah.
up.
I could actually really use a chicken thermometer. Or a thermometer. I don't have one.
You don't cook chicken very often. The chicken nuggets are already done.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna warm them up.
Look at that. But we have everything other than adding the olives to the recipe and dolloping some stuff on the plates. We could get the plates all done now. Cheese will be all ready to go. We even cleaned up 99% of what we've done. There's not much left to do.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do is put the dishes away while the food is cooking.
Yeah. Well, it makes such a life a lot easier for all of us. Why don't you?
Because what do I know?
That smells quite tasty.
It does.
The
Yeah.
salad.
It's the smoked paprika versus the regular paprika. You wouldn't smell it quite the same. So some people may not enjoy the taste of smoked paprika. My wife does not like it.
Yeah, it's not my
at all.
favorite,
Yeah,
but-
so. Yeah, we can make things look fancy. And honestly, even for me to drive down to one of the fast food places here, there's still probably about a 10-minute drive there, 7 at the shortest, so 50 minutes there and back minimum.
Yeah.
Plus I'm looking at 50 minutes in line,
Yeah.
and then if I eat there or whatnot, I'm still doing probably gonna sit
And the
down.
drive back when you forget to check in.
Yeah, right. Or you forget something, you have to go back.
Yeah.
Or if you go to, people in the family want different things, you still got to go in and order it. Even if you're ordering from one of the food delivery services, really even then, it still can take about the same amount of time for
Oh,
you to
yeah.
order the food, for them to cook
It
it.
takes so long, half an
Yeah,
hour. If
half
you
an
want
hour,
to order
right?
like
So,
delivery.
Something like this, and this will be a hot meal,
Mhm.
right? We got salad, food, all in 30 to 40 minutes, hopefully, once we're all said and done.
Yeah.
People want on the plate, do you want another bowl? People care?
What are we doing with it?
I like just for dipping the peanut in.
Yeah, just
Is
put
that
it on the
okay?
plate.
Yeah, just on the
On the
plate.
plate.
Yeah, we can get mixed in with the chicken.
So make sure we get some.
Steak is the best part of the meal.
I know.
probably won't have that much. It's probably lots of dairy.
How do you feel about dairy being cut out of the food guide?
It's not cut out of the
It's
food guide.
not?
It's not. So what they did was they removed the 4 food groups. And what they did is, so you know how it's like a picture of a plate now? So essentially that's called like the healthy plate model. And what it used to be was just like this circle, and it would say in words like vegetables and fruit, like for half the plate. A quarter of the plate it would say in words like, I don't know, protein. And then a quarter of the plate would say like grain products. So now what they've done is they've just put pictures of real foods on there. So you have like pictures of real foods, real vegetables and fruit, like taking up half your plate, real protein sources taking up a quarter of your plate, and real, they call it whole grains now, taking up a quarter of your plate. So they didn't necessarily like remove dairy products, they just combined it. They combined the meat and alternatives and the milk and alternatives, and they combined it into one thing called protein sources. So it's not that they've like removed it, it's still there, it's just like considered a
So
protein.
for the general population,
Yeah.
what sort of, in your perspective, what do
Yeah.
you think is better about this new Canada Food Guide compared to what was there before?
What I really like is that it's more about proportions of food and not so much like serving size or like numbers of servings, because the old food guide, they had like a certain number of servings of vegetables and fruit, a certain number of grain products, and all this stuff that you were like, that they recommend you would have, and that recommendation is based on your age and gender, which is and it's like a broad range.
Right.
Like, I
You
feel
would
like
just
It's
have
like
pictures-
BMI, there's so many, it's such a
Yeah.
big,
and it was so broad. Like, there's no way in a million years, like I'm a small person, there's no way I would ever meet all of my food guide servings if I followed Canada's food guide. And some people, if you're like really tall or if you're an athlete, like you're gonna need way more than that. And of course that's a specialized population, so
Yes.
of course they do anyways. But even just for the general population, it's just, I thought it was too broad. So with this, it tells you kind of how to portion out your plate, in kind of like the healthiest way. So making sure that you're getting a lot of vegetables and fruit on your plate, and you're getting about equal amounts of protein and carbs. So
now, that's fantastic.
yeah, it's very cool.
That's like a blog post just by itself.
Yeah.
I hate having my salad mixed in with my
Okay,
pasta
I
sometimes, so
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have smaller bowls, so they're gonna take up half the plate, but maybe we
It's all good.
give it a little more space, we can figure out something.
It could just be
Man,
an
even though
opposite
it's,
bowl.
we're actually filming this in the morning rather than at lunchtime, but I really feel like we should have done this at lunchtime.
It is lunchtime.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in
It's
closer.
11.
One more minute. Check some
I didn't really eat
Oh,
breakfast
it's
because I was too busy getting ready for this.
Same.
I forgot I was
Pretty
I'm
close.
eating.
ready to eat.
It's gonna be pretty close.
Yeah.
Do we need to crumble up that feta still? Is that the only other thing we have left?
Over the chicken.
Over the chicken.
Yeah.
Or so you do it by hand.
Can we do it like on our own plates, or can I take some before? I'm very lactose intolerant,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna probably not. I might have a bit of the salad just to taste it, but
Yeah. Yeah, you ruined it for her.
Why?
yeah, because I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll
There's the
still have
other
it.
thing we learned is that we need to ask if there's any allergies or
Oh, yeah.
food sensitivities before we start
I
cooking.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's all good.
You were too excited about learning.
I like cheese. I guess.
I also like cheese,
Same.
so it's all good.
Very lactose intolerant as well, but
Yeah,
I do like my cheese.
Oh yeah.
I wish.
You wish you were lactose?
Yeah.
What?
Why?
Never. That's
What goes in comes out. It's better than staying in.
It's in the fridge, please.
We need a book of quotes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shelby said.
Shirts. A shirt. That'll be a South Christmas
Done
party. Shelby says.
Yeah.
I was like once in the high school yearbook, not yearbook, like the newspaper, because apparently I was in class and I was like, oh my god, I was driving on the highway and I saw 2 mooses. And everyone was like, it's moose, it's just simple moose. I don't know why they thought it was so funny. But that was my quote that I can always remember.
Yeah.
But you saw moose on the highway?
Yeah, I think it was the fact I identified them as mooses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well,
I
there's
saw
moose
some
everywhere in Yakima. They're terrifying. Moment of truth. Hey, why is mine still in
Well, I
there?
mean, because in case it's not done. I don't know if this actual thing is working.
Chicken temperature.
Well, it's a poultry button. This isn't. Yeah, it's just for chicken. Not quite done. might have to give it the extra 4 minutes that it actually needs. So,
Are you checking the largest piece?
yes, actually, right now I am.
What do we want our chicken to be at?
Right, is it 165?
Yeah.
Isn't it? He questions.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you should if
I
you're the one
just, I'm
measuring.
an eyeball,
He
so
has
when
the
I see
tools.
it.
He has the
It's
tools.
supposed to be at.
One of them does say done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have a temperature, it just says when it's done. Alright, so I think we're gonna fail at our task of getting it done in under 30 minutes.
Dang it.
But I would still say, overall, with the fun that we've had
Yeah.
while we're cooking, well worth it. And even if it was cooking when we were watching some TV,
Mm-hmm.
it's still gonna be faster overall, I think, than having to go and order something, and way more nutritious.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also find for me too, like a lot of the stress is like if I know it's gonna take an hour to prep and then another hour to cook, you couldn't pay me $1 million to do
Yeah.
it. At least if I can, like, you know, pack lunches while something's cooking or fold laundry while something's cooking, for me, I'm a little bit more motivated to actually do it.
Well, and what
I
I think,
find it's getting it to ready to cook it is more the issue.
what I think is great about this though is that, you know, if you sort of talk about if you prep some of the vegetables when you got them, like cutting up the peppers, even all that stuff, you had some, the leftovers of this would be great on a salad,
Yeah.
do all sorts of stuff with this.
You
Yeah,
can
like-
make rice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
make it like a bowl. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I was gonna say doubling up on it, and then it's prepped for the week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you don't have to do the whole cooking process. You
Yeah.
just reheat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great for lunches. You know, I always sometimes like, I like leftovers, but
Me too.
after a certain amount of time, I'm sick of the leftovers, so it's nice to
Yeah.
have something different.
Never.
But but I think this is a great one. I think this allows you to have some variety, like say add rice
Yeah.
to it or something. Like
Make
you
it
can do
like
a
a
whole bunch of
stir
different.
fry.
You can do a whole bunch of different things with this
Noodles.
easily enough.
Quinoa.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And you
anything
can
else.
anything. If you had it, and if we had everything cut up, because the actual cooking time is just in the oven,
Mm-hmm.
and the marinade was no time. If we had the garlic, or even if you had like some prepared garlic or something like that ahead of time, if you had a couple things already chopped up, you could easily get this done.
Yeah.
You can buy minced garlic too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
jars
I
of
bought it
minced
yesterday.
garlic.
Yeah. So, I mean, all that sort of stuff would be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
That while it was cooking, the salad you could whip up while it was cooking.
Yeah.
I think you could still get this done in about 30-35 minutes. We'll have to try and see if we can find a recipe we can actually get done in under 30 minutes. That's,
Yeah.
that's hot. It's hard with the meat. It's hard to find a meat you
With
can cook in.
cooking, especially
The-
chicken.
Yeah.
What if we do a
But
tofu
steak you
one?
could do.
Steak you could do, you could just have to sear it.
Want
If
a
you don't
rare
mind,
steak?
if you don't mind
Yeah.
rare steak.
I'm gonna take a picture and
I do like-
try it.
Although, what if you did this the chicken on the barbecue? That would go a lot faster.
Would it?
And then
And then do the
Would it go
vegetables.
faster?
Yeah, you should be able to do the chicken faster on the barbecue.
yeah, you could do like right on the barbecue or like in a tin pan.
No, I would do. I would still do the as chicken breasts,
Yeah.
and then cook the chicken breasts on. You could do the vegetables in a
Tin pan, yeah,
tin
on
pan
the
or on
barbecue.
tin foil or something
Yeah.
like that. And you could do the, for instance, summer recipe, and you could just do the chicken on the barbecue. That would be,
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be faster for
that'd
sure.
be faster. That'd be a super easy summer recipe.
Yeah.
Make kebabs.
Or like
Yeah.
there's a lot of similar recipes online that have the chicken marinated for a certain amount of time, and that will cook a lot faster if it's been marinating for a little while.
Yep.
I was reading somewhere, and you may not know this, because if you marinate the chicken too long, does it do anything to the protein or anything like that? To break it down at all?
That's a good question. I believe it does like tenderize it somehow.
It makes it
especially-
juicier.
But from a
doesn't it?
nutrition
Yeah.
standpoint, it doesn't break down the nutrition in the
Oh,
chicken
I
or
don't
anything like that
know.
at all.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to look into that, but
We've got 30 seconds. I'll give the full time. I really want to just taste it, but.
yeah, I'm so hungry.
I
It
know.
smells so good in
It really
here.
smells
You
really
guys don't know how good it smells in here.
Something you don't get when you order out.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. The
What,
whole-
or the anticipation, right? We're all
Yeah.
excited to have this rather than.
Well, I still get excited for takeout.
Skip the dishes and like following the person.
Oh,
They're
man.
here.
Yeah.
Here, it's a lot cheaper as well. So I think the chicken was about 14 bucks, and then the all the actual groceries I think was about 25 or so. So we have enough food for 4 people for about 40. So it's under. This is what, about $8.
Oh, that's so good.
I think it's about $8 a plate. Because we're gonna have more than 4 servings here
Yeah.
for sure,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
With the salad and everything like that, for sure.
You
It's
can almost
quite-
make 4 per pan.
I think this is more like 6 servings. Would that be fairly accurate? Right
I
now?
don't know.
Maybe.
Depends how much you eat.
And again though, but it's also true, like if you were to add something like rice or something on the side,
Mm-hmm.
you could like double the bandwidth.
Oh yeah.
Now that green one on the bottom sure looks good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I like the red one. I do like the red one.
You like
Yeah.
the
If this,
red one?
if this had green in it, it would look really sharp.
Yeah.
But when you mix it all in, everything gets a little bit of that red tone, right?
Yeah.
When I mixed it the way I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
If I just sort of drizzled on top, it would have been a little more pop. Especially
Yeah.
if this had the green. I like having red and green peppers and everything.
Yeah.
It's working a little bit faster.
Pretty sure it's that. I mean, these are pretty small pieces of chicken, so they're going to lose their temperature very quickly as well. I might just cut one open and look at the easier way of doing it.
Is it ready?
Look at this. Cut it open and see. Rather than making more mess. Well, thanks, ladies, for coming. You can go now.
Yeah, right.
I do like olives. I took a bit.
Always loved olives.
It's like I'm rushing right now.
I think you know, if you get ones from like canned olives, not in really
You can start putting a salad in the bowl.
Wait, things are good.
Where's the salad?
Well,
Right there.
That's it.
No. Sure.
You know what's even easier to make? Pulled pork. But that takes longer because you have to cook it.
How much is
Alright, you know what I would, I think the, keeping the lemons and put the lemon juice on over
Yeah.
top at the end, I think would be.
Probably like
I won't lie,
This
Shelby,
is
though,
not that
I do like the green and the purple.
Yeah.
Oh, not much
Pretty
cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, girl. Yeah.
I like
Can I get like an onion? Oh, there's some onions in there. Just a little bit,
Always
like half
check
that.
the potatoes.
Just like a piece of onion.
I don't like onions, so you can have all these.
Okay, that's good. But I can do them. We'll just give it a try.
Let me give you some more.
The potatoes could use a minute or two
I'm
longer.
good, I'm good.
I would say.
Okay.
Alright. Dig in, ladies first.
Yeah. Should I try a bit of both? Is my time?
Yeah, everyone's gonna try to do both.
A bit of like everything, like yours and Shelby's?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
So we'll have to see who's the winner.
Divide them somehow.
You're just trying to get the
You'll be able
cucumbers.
to see this.
I'm actually not. I'm just trying to not get the onions.
Yeah. I hope that's not too.
Mine might look better, but yours might taste better. I might.
Yeah, so how do we know which green pepper was on the floor?
Yeah, it's
You
probably
don't.
this one. Gross.
It's fine.
That smell looks delicious too, though.
It does.
It's because I.
No, that's okay. She doesn't like onions.
Separate yours.
A little more. I like garlic.
I'm so curious.
Ew, I don't want that.
Garlic?
You want the garlic? I'll
That's
have it.
better.
Oh, maybe it was-
I eat like whole pieces
I was
of
just
garlic.
gonna say, she just gave me
I have a-
cookie she gave me.
I have a garlic roaster. You just pour a whole, put the whole clove in the thing and put some olive oil on it, and
Yeah.
then you just turn it on, and 20 minutes
So
later.
this one is Nick's.
It's like,
It's the red one.
Good.
Mine's the green one. We're gonna see whose tastes better.
watch out for some of the dust on the floor.
If you have a shoe or a sock fluff,
How is it?
the green pepper tastes great.
I think on the one I
It says-
tried, the potatoes could go a little
For
bit
sure,
longer.
Shelby's with the ends of the garlic.
She said she didn't notice.
Mmm. Good job, guys.
Hot.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, potatoes for sure.
Maybe we cut them a little bit smaller. That's tasty though. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this newest edition of the HIP Kitchen. We'll have the recipe posted up. If you watched the long version, we would appreciate your whole time. You just skip to the end or snooze now, even better. We had a lot of fun and definitely put some snippets up as we go along. So have a great day. Bye-bye.